Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Well, in living like a boss fashion, it's time to hike up your jeans, pull up your socks, and get right after it here. I have just discovered a lot of major problems with this particular engine, so I'm primarily just going to put the water jacket back together just to confirm that it holds water. And then we'll inspect, if you notice the lower right hand corner there's a opening there for the injector pump, and it's just full of rust. So we're going to have to address that. Up until this morning, I had some foolish notion that Dave was coming along here, and we're just going to tie onto this old Autopatrol 11 and pull it along till it starts. But it's not going to happen. So instead, we're going to turn around and start yanking off the front end of this engine here and try to save as much as we can of this injector pump and see if we get it freed up. As I'm working away here, I'm kind of mulling things over in my head there. I don't know if I want to open up the radiator front cover where the machine sits, or maybe get the, it's got two different brakes, the park brake and your foot brake, but they're all control arms and mechanical leverages, and neither one of them work. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to get something working freed up, and so I got some kind of brakes and pull this whole machine up into the main yard, because it's just going to be handier. I have all my tools would be needed, and because this looks like this is going to drag in over the winter. It's a nice project for the winter, that's for sure. I've got the pony motor engaged to the drive of the diesel to turn it over, and that squealing you hear is me turning the crank of the pony to rotate the diesel over. And I don't see any movement at all in this here particular injector pump. Nothing's going up or down. I think it's quite plain. They're all three pump injectors, or plungers or barrels or whatever you call them, are up high, so it's just a cam going by them, and they're not returning back to the cam. 2 out of 3 of these wheels at the bottom of the plungers have the dogs broke off, so they're not going to work at all anyway, but I don't think they're necessary to run the engine. Well, that working in the sun here is pretty darn hard work, but we got all this together here, and I just primarily wanted to get it on so I can close the water system up and fill it full of water, just to double check I ain't got water leaking all over the place. And out of curiosity, I opened up this here injector cinder block pump, and it is totally rusted up in there. I removed the oil filler spout at the front gear case cover, and this is what you see looking in. The governor linkages are all rusted. These here are supposed to lift up and prime your pumps. You give them a little quarter turn when you're trying to prime your pumps. You bleed this off, you crack it open, this, you know, and you should be able to get fuel up there. I thought there was something wrong yesterday, because this one comes to a dead stop, and I very well, that's all right, but these ones turn right around. And when I open this up, 2 out of 3 of these little dogs that intercept the cam here are broke clean off. These pumps, I tried cranking it with the diesel engine. These pumps do not rotate, and I took this cap off just to see what's going on in here, and it is just a block of rust. So my hopes of just getting this together and starting this thing quickly is that's out the window. We're going to finish. I'm going to put the manifolds on the far side and the pony motor together. It still has a broken valve, but I'm going to put it together and just to confirm I can hold water. but the whole radiator and front cover has to come off this engine. This injector pump is probably going to have to come off, and I'm going to have to spend a lot of time soaking it and working it and trying to free it up, because this is just a solid block of steel at this time. Oh well, I like them dead. I guess it's dead. So it's going to be fun times here. By the caked on grease that's on these grease zerks, it has been serviced over the years. But I'm just going to give these a few shots here, because it's been probably 50 years since it was greased. So I want to try to get these brakes so they're dependable. This is the park brake for the hand. So those are good. Now we got some in the front here, some zerks, or nipples. I keep calling them zerks, but they're nipples. Got these two here. I already poured oil. It's coming down from the handle. Yeah, I'll get some grease on here. Yeah, I went around on all the brake mechanisms on both sides, the cross shafts and rock shafts, whatever I think you can see. And even this, where is it? Gear shift crossover. And the other cross shafts over on the far side. I think you can see a bunch of grease dripping off everything. So at least that's not a problem I'll have there. This, oh, I forgot one right here. Well, let's get that. There, they squeeze out grease quite readily, so it was never a problem that they never greased anything on the old girl. But yeah, well, hopefully all these rods and linkages are going to work now that I got the main arm freed up. Maybe get some brakes to work, but won't be able to test them out truly until we start moving the machine. So next we're going to do a little investigating on this foot brake. I'll just turn things around so we can see it up there. Now this foot brake just comes down and it just stays there. There's a spring back there in the distance, but I'm going to replace it because that's a crazy spring that belongs on a door, or a storm door in a house, the way they make them. So I don't know how much pull push it's going to have. So, and look at all the haywire. So we're going to change that to maybe double it up so it's got more of a pull. I got another spring with me, so, but that should just go back up and then like that, but it does not. This is the thing we got to beef up. Boy, there's haywire, a little bit of haywire and everything laying around, but okay, now where did I leave my vice grip here? This is only a temporary fix, but you know all about temporary. If it works, it'll probably become permanent. Okay, I wonder if that's going to make a difference. Nope. So I'm right underneath the old grater right now, and I thought I was going to just adjust this mechanism on this drum brake. This is in the neutral position right now, and you know, too far back. It's got spring resistance, so it brings it back into that position. And you can push it all the way up, and there's no, well, there's spring, but there's no pad resistance. So I think all the pads are worn out in here. So this drum's got to come out, or something's gone wrong in there, because you can move this arm back and forth just with spring resistance. You can't feel any pad, like forcing pads onto the drum. So that's going to be a project for another day. We'll just leave her as it is. I do have, I believe, the mechanical park brake working, so we'll just go with that for now. Well, moving from underneath the grater back to the top onto the pony motor, I want to get this pony motor put back together enough so I can have the head on it and filled with water. I just want to see if the any damage is done, like do I have cracks someplace or something opened up or whatever. But here I got to put these little keepers back in, this valve and this valve. This valve here has a broken tip, so it's been functioning without a keeper. It might be all right, I don't know, but all the parts are obsolete, can't find anything as of yet, so I'm just going to get this here. Well, I should have brought my magnet. I can tell that right away. Well, I didn't go get a magnet, but I figured if I hold my tongue right, I got the little keeper held onto this face of this pry bar with a bunch of grease, and if I just push it ahead with the screwdriver, I think we did it. Yeah, we did it. So there's more than one way to skin a cat, literally. I have this rag in there as a backup, make sure it didn't drop anything, and we'll put it over on this corner. It don't drop anything, but it'll sure stop it from going into the bottom of the engine. Okay, we'll set our spring compressor on. You can just barely see the notch that this has to go into. Well, we shook enough to get it in there. Now we'll just release it, and hopefully everything is going to be good. No, I don't think it's quite in there. There, popped in. Another success. Okay, now I'm going to clean up the top of the the top of the block here, the deck, and put my head back into place. Okay, we're almost ready here to get this head put back on the little pulley. Give it a little bit of a blow job. Not the cleanest workspace ever, but we got to work with what we got. I got copper coat put on the inside of that, or the opposite side of that gasket, and then I put copper coat on the head. I can just reach it. See a nice bit of copper coat on the bottom side of that head. There she goes. She's landed. Back again. I'm missing 2 nuts. I don't know why. I'll have to find another pair somewhere. I got lots of them in various hiding places. And again, this is, I'm not going to torque anything up here. I just want it to be sealed up enough to get water, hold water. I just want to prove that there's no cracks or massive openings somewhere. Another surprise. So I'm just going to snug these all down and get this here water pipe installed. But I'm not going to put the exhaust and the intake manifold on because I don't have any gasket material here yet, or any gasket, so I'm just going to leave that off for now. It won't need to be put on for just testing. And it's even got a little red paint on it, so it's probably the bolt that went in here. Matches the red paint on the water pipe. Now apparently I went and forgot my 1/2 inch. So need to go get that. Trick is with these dual or triple flanges, like they like to develop. Got to keep things a little on the loose side and tighten it up slowly, so they manage to creep their way into where they need to be. Otherwise, you'll end up breaking your darn flanges, of which I've seen plenty of evidence of that. Some, if not this machine, other machines. I think the worst is that D2 I worked on in the wintertime. Almost every flange like this on these pipes and fitting, at least one ear was broke off. And I believe that's from, you know, not tightening your flanges down sequentially properly. Okay, I got a water hose lined up here and turned on. We'll see if we can get some water in there. Now everybody watch for leaks. I got a new bung in the bottom here. full, but it's got a little hay in it. It's just floating up. So I guess when we get it off, we can lay it on its upside down and flush it out, clean it out. But at any rate, I'm believing we got right full of water. Well, that was another hot day. It's only half spent. It's just afternoon right now, but it's getting too hot to work on this thing anyway out here. I got what I wanted to get done accomplished. I got her buttoned right back up together and holding water just to prove that it's not got any more surprises in store for me. I'm going to let it sit full of water for the day or whatever and just check it, you know, see if it's gone down, top it up maybe once this afternoon, and but then after that I'm going to go the other direction and pull that radiator off. So okay, if you like to watch me work on this old Autopatrol, just please like, subscribe, and make any kind of comment or suggestion. I'd really appreciate it. I still don't have my book for this machine yet, but just for dismantling, I'm sure I can figure it out. We're going to take that radiator off and open up the gear train on the front and start working at that injector pump. All right, we'll see you later. Bye for now.